Yo, what is going on, guys? On the Games here, back with you for another video, and today we're back with another pre-recorded video. Today we're doing the opposites of what I did earlier, but we're doing the anticipated Zenkai'S video. So I already had recorded a anticipated EZA video that's probably going out before this one, and then now we're going out to the anticipated Zenkai'S because obviously the system is pretty similar to each other in both games respectively. So yeah, before we get into the video, make sure you guys leave a like, subscribe if you guys are enjoying this type of content, and help us reach our goal of 1K. I'm definitely very excited to see how we can get there soon. So yeah, let's get this started. So obviously got a bunch of characters here. Obviously not all of them are on here, just 5. We're doing the top 5 anticipated. So yeah, first in my list, the 5th person to be I'd say that I want to get an EZA is going to be Super Vegeta. Now this guy, Super Vegeta, definitely can be he's definitely aged. Let's just say that. Obviously it's been a bit since he's dropped. I can't remember exactly the date he dropped, but it's been a bit, let's just to say the least. I do like his kit. I like the green card, blue card combo. Obviously I feel like that was a really cool design. His special move could hit pretty hard after you get this the main popped, because obviously you're getting 100% of damage there. But yeah, I like the design. I do like the design. It's pretty cool. Well, obviously, okay, so like 40 timer counts have elapsed, then you get 20% health, 50% damage, card draw speed, like that's pretty good. Doing more damage to Transforming Warrior, which is actually an interesting tag, but they did that because Janemba isn't on much tags. Well, kinda. He's on a solid amount of tags, I guess. But yeah, I don't know why they could have just done regen. Honestly, I don't know why they did that. I don't know. We'll see. I guess I don't know. But yeah, he has this like passive here where based on the battle members, he gets more damage inflicted, blast damage, or damage inflicted when there's one battle member. But yeah, I feel like that he has a cool kit that could be really, really cool when they give him the Zenkai. Now, obviously, I do know this guy is a Super Saiyan, so obviously they might nerf him a little bit because of that, but I don't know. We'll see. This guy could definitely be really just fun to use. Kind of like reminded me of Turles, where like he might not be like the greatest thing ever, but I feel like he could just be really, really fun. So yeah, that's basically Super Vegeta right there. Next on my list for the next anticipated, my next anticipated Zenkai is going to have to be Bardock, Red Bardock. Now, Red Bardock, definitely a very, very fun unit in my opinion. Can definitely have some things that are going to be worrisome going into his kit. Obviously he transforms, and when he transforms, he has this main that locks for 10 counts, kind of like Gohan, where he transforms and it locks for 10 counts. It locks him in too as well, so you just gotta know that. But it also does restore his Vanish gauge. This is a really good main ability. Nullifying element factors, no switch, gives him 100% of his Vanish restoration, and it's only 10 counts after he transforms. Now, his transformation specifically is definitely hard to get. You can, this isn't realistic, but you could technically get it in 5 counts. Or, for most people, I'd say, you're going to get it in, the first 50? Yeah, 50 counts. Or, if one ally is defeated before that, obviously you can get it. So that's basically how you get his transformation. It's definitely wonkier. It's interesting, but it's not anything too crazy. Like if one ally dies, you can transform, or 50 counts, you can transform, one of the two. But yeah, here he's not doing like too much. He's okay. He's pretty solid. What is he doing? He actually he's yeah. Oh yeah. I'm just looking back. Yeah. 50% strike damage inflicted for 50 timer counts. Reduces damage received by 50% while inflicted with no switching. Okay. Knocks enemy back to long range. Yeah. He has a cover change. I remember that. Yeah. I'm just looking at this guy. It looks cool. I remember he was like was he the first or second character to do this? Where he gets help on strike. Did Red Kid Buu do this? I can't remember. He might have. But yeah, he gets help on strike, which is really cool. Special move isn't crazy there. His green card, it's giving them some damage. Can get can get health or hard draw speed from him. So the screen card's pretty solid there actually as well. But yeah, he's just like a really fun unit in my opinion. I remember when he was like in the game, he was terrorizing people when LF Frieza and Piccolo came out. I loved using this guy, but obviously I felt like he died a little quick, especially since how a few months later, the second year anniversary came, then Vegeta Blue obviously terrorized PvP, and he was red, and that was blue, and yeah, it kind of got iffy for this guy, so he kind of died out pretty quick. But I do enjoy this guy. I feel like that was a lot of characters in the beginning of 2020. It kind of died out pretty quick, like what is it, the God Goku, the Purple God Goku, and Blue God Vegeta. They kind of died a little quick. Kefla is still pretty good. She's pretty solid now still, but you know, unfortunate for our boy Bardock. But yeah, that's why I want to see him Zenkai. I know he could be crazy with the Zenkai. I know that, but this is just anticipated. This is just what I'm looking for. So that's it. Next, for my next anticipated Zenkai, third, we got this guy, the Blue Fist Coup. This guy from the Broly movie. Definitely, he's a very old unit. When I remember when he dropped in the game, he was very cool. I didn't get this guy when he first dropped. I was not lucky, to say the least, back then. Definitely was not lucky back then. But yeah, this guy's main, spiel about him, like he basically use the green card, you ramp up your blue card, and you just go crazy. Kind of like, I guess it's kind of like Vegeta actually. A lot of blue card. That's basically what he's about. You use some green cards, you pop the blue card, it can do a lot of damage, obviously 50% here on activation. It is a lunging blue card, so you gotta be careful about that. But yeah, see, if there's no allies, 50% the special move, and this doesn't go away. you can use this more than once, and it'll just stack and stack. And so, yeah, if after Zenkai, that could get pretty crazy, especially the fact that he's a Super Saiyan. Putting him on Super Saiyans would just be so crazy. He'd do so much damage. So I do think they're probably going to tone this guy down once they give him Zenkai. I actually don't think his Zenkai could be too far away, actually. Specifically saying that just because we have gotten a lot of sagas lately, and I do think sagas could be in the running for maybe a tag that they're trying to buff throughout the next few months or so. So I do think that he could get a Zenkai pretty soon, especially him being so old. He's the oldest unit on this list by far. Like, he's really old. So obviously I think he could get a Zenkai at some point. But yeah. Alright, so for my next second most anticipated Zenkai, we got God Goku himself. Now, this guy was more of a meme for me to get a Zenkai, because obviously everyone knew God Key needed a red so badly, but now that we have Zamasu, they don't need a red, but I feel like this guy could definitely be very interesting. So obviously with this guy, what is he doing? So he has his ult. That's all his main does, just draw the ult, no key. So they could definitely buff that. He could use some key there, maybe some other buffs there as well. He nullifies attribute downgrades and nullifies abnormal conditions for up to two times counts. So that's pretty cool. 50% key recovery, and then when key is 30 or lower after using your arts card. So that's an interesting ability there. This next unique, inflicted when a Saiyan other than character is a battle member, you get 30% damage, and then 30% to strike damage, and it restores own health when two allies are down. So that's pretty good. They could so basically some last stand buffs right here on this second line, and this first one he's just getting more damage with Saiyans. So obviously if you run like a God Key team but like base with Saiyans, I feel like this guy could be very good after Zenkai. Now God Key is one of those teams where I feel like they just have a lot of good units to work with each other, so it could be interesting giving them a Zenkai. I mean, I'd love to see this guy Zenkai. He's one of my, obviously he's on this list for a reason. I feel like he'd just be really, really fun. Like, I haven't used this guy in a long time. Just brings back a lot of memories playing in the beginning of the days of the game. One of the more hype banners as well when he dropped. I remember this guy when he dropped. He was one of the more hype banners. But yeah, and last but not least, you guys can see here, Yellow Cell being my most anticipated Zenkai. Now, this guy, I feel like maybe it's a little biased. Cell is one of my all-time favorite villains in the series. So obviously, actually no, he is my favorite villain in the series. I should say one of my all-time. He's my favorite villain in the series. So obviously, That is one thing. But this cell, I remember getting very lucky on his banner, so maybe that's probably why I got very lucky with him. I remember when pulling him, but yeah, this guy was actually he's in discussion for being one of the more better aging units in the game. Now, up to this point, now I say you're not really using this guy, but there was up to a certain point where people were still using this guy. Like last year, I remember people were still using this guy, and I think he's definitely one of the better aging units in the game. At least top 10 best aging units in the game. I'd definitely say that. But yeah, he has a pretty solid kit. You know, he's sealing cards, which can definitely be annoying. 40 price damage here, gradually restores health as well, which is, you know, annoying. Regen ability, you know, running with Fat Boo, that could be annoying. Obviously, he has the cover rescue as well, which is really cool. And then +5 to substitute count when activated, so there's that there. His ult does have a 20% chance to faint, so, I mean, that can be annoying. But yeah, I feel like this guy's just a pretty solid unit. Especially when he came out. He came out with LF Gohan, and for the fact that this guy was honestly better for like in the long run. Like I don't think maybe on release he wasn't, but I think just his teams overall just made him better. I mean, even when he came out, Regen was a very good team back then. I remember the Regen meta back then with like Red Zamasu and all that, and I mean this guy was still on that team. He could still do a lot of work. So I mean, this guy is definitely a powerful EZA. He could definitely do some work. We'll see what happens with this guy. We'll see how, you know, stuff with this guy works out in the future. We'll see what happens about him getting Zenkai or whatever. But yeah, that's pretty much my list for our most anticipated Zenkai's. I'm going to know what you guys think, if you guys agree, if you guys have some of these choices and your most anticipated Zenkai's. But yeah, that's pretty much me. I will see you guys next time. Peace.